What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Buffalo Bills before we play them this week. I mean, we're pretty familiar with at least how their offense runs and everything like that. But I figured at least kind of take a look at it. But before we get into some of the film, I just kind of want to take a look at their depth chart real quick. We're going to be taking a look at their offense, I think, in this video. Yeah, we'll start there. So we'll just look at the depth chart for their offense right now. So obviously, Josh Allen is an amazing quarterback. He keeps getting better each year. His decision making and accuracy has only gotten better since he's gotten into the league, and obviously his physical abilities are insane. Devin Singletary, very elusive back. Zach Moss, a pretty physical guy. James Cook, pretty good running back too. Stephon Diggs, obviously amazing. Gabriel Davis is solid. Isaiah McKenzie's solid. Jamison Crowder is a good receiver. Khalil Shakir is fast. I'm not as familiar with Jake, but obviously Dawson Knox is a really consistent player. I do kind of think we might have a bit of a weakness to attack at left guard. That might be something. He's one of the rookies from Georgia. So, I think we might have something that we can exploit there. Now, this video probably isn't going to be as long as like my Dolphins film sessions because I just kind of need to get a feel for it. And the Bills specifically, kind of like the Ravens, schematically, we kind of know what to expect from them. Like, they do a lot of stuff from the shotgun. You know, they're going to spread you out. They're going to utilize Josh Allen's best traits, which are his arm and his athleticism. Looking at the Rams game first. So these, like, crossing routes, slant, stuff like that, they're probably going to be doing that quite a lot against us. We do a lot of man coverage. And that's going to be something that they can attack, and it's something that they have succeeded in against us pretty consistently. They do more motion things now. That is definitely a thing. And Devin Singletary is definitely a player to look out for with that. Same with Gabriel Davis. Gabriel Davis. Stephon Diggs, of course. But also Khalil Shakir, the rookie receiver. He's very fast too. So, kind of look out for that. They do run the ball quite well. They also move Dawson Knox around quite a bit. They line him up at H-back, tight end, fullback sometimes. Pretty good blocker and receiver. There's not really a whole lot of places to really attack on the Bills. Like I said, I think they do have a bit of a weakness at guard that I think can be exploited. But they'll probably help him out, the center or something. But it is something to attack. Don't be surprised if we see a lot of bunch formations like this too. The Bills do it a lot anyway, but also it's just something that is effective against the Dolphins, unfortunately, because the amount of man coverage we do. We are mixing in more zone now, but still. Okay, NFL Plus just wants to skip that play altogether. I feel ya. And they will do some under center stuff too. Like I said, this video doesn't feel quite as necessary as some of the teams will play in the future, like some of the teams that have like new head coaches and new coordinators and stuff like that. But the Bills, I mean, they do have a new coordinator, sure, but it's the same stars. The offense is still pretty similar. They do a lot of spread concepts. And Josh Allen's so deadly on the move too. I would like to try to contain him a little bit. We didn't do super well against that with Lamar Jackson. Hopefully we can keep, Devin Singletary and the other running backs kind of at bay a little bit, but I'll tell you what, we definitely can't have the penalties that we had last game, and Xavier Howard's going to have to play better too, at least like from the beginning of the game. Xavier Howard kind of cleaned it up at the end, but if he had trouble with Rashad Bateman, Stephon Diggs is going to give him some issues. Rashad Bateman's a good receiver, but he's not Stephon Diggs yet. At least not at this point. But yeah, like I said, they'll be in the shotgun a lot. They will mix in some pistol. But they do some under center things too. Also, as far as our running backs go, I think Devin Singletary is better at running out of the shotgun, where I think Zach Moss is better at running from under center. So that's a thing. That's just a great throw, man. The zip on that ball is just crazy. And he doesn't even have to put a whole lot into it. Just a flick of the wrist. They pretty much line up with 3 receivers the majority of the time. That's McKenzie, right? Yeah, they're gonna put him in motion a lot too. He's a pretty quick, agile guy. They do like to do a lot of play action too. Like I said, schematically, it's got a lot of similarities to what the Bills have been doing. They do move Dawson Knox around a little bit more. That is one difference. Okay. Now we're looking at their defense. That'll be a separate video. Let's go somewhere at the end of the game. Let's go to the fourth quarter. And then we'll watch a little bit of the game against Tennessee. Just to kind of see if anything major changes with a different opponent. I don't think so. Gonna get it to Zach Moss underneath. Yeah, they're going to do these design quarterback runs, and the Dolphins did not do well against that, against the Ravens, so I am concerned about that with the Bills. Now, Josh isn't quite the athlete that Lamar is, but he can still absolutely kill you with it. And he's given us problems running the ball every time we've played him, really. The thing with Josh is that he's a bigger threat throwing the ball than Lamar. And that's not to say that Lamar can't pass, because that's not true. But Josh is a little bit more dynamic with it. So, in a way, sets up his runs a little bit more effectively. Now, Lamar is catching up, but interesting. So, Josh Allen's starting off under center a little bit more against the Titans. That's interesting. Now he's back to the shotgun. Okay. The Bills just kind of mix things up. They like to do a lot of play action when Josh is under center. They do a lot of play action regardless, but still. Yeah. This Bills team does scare me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not only do the Dolphins just historically just not play well against the Bills, but also like they seem to be so damn dominant right now. Pass rush got there though. Left tackle kind of got taken for a ride. Whoop. All right, let's go to like the end of this game and see if anything like changes dramatically, especially with the blowout. But like I said, schematically, it's still fairly similar. Let's go with this 10-play drive here. Starting off with a 33-yard run. Okay. So now you're lining up with an actual fullback. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's not really something that the Bills did a whole lot of last year. That's interesting. You moved McKenzie, your 170-pound receiver. It's actually a decent block by him, though. They are getting James Cook in the mix, too. Oh, they're kind of getting their backups involved. Okay. This isn't really worth watching, then. That's Case Keenum. I'm not really concerned about that. So, yeah. Again, not a whole lot to really write home about as far as, like, scheme goes. I mean, obviously the Bills' offense is amazing. We know that. But I was just kind of looking to see if like anything major schematically had changed, and not really. It just kind of comes down to they have a lot of talent on this team. Josh Allen, of course, is an amazing quarterback. Probably winning the MVP race as of now. Devin Singletary is great. Stephon Diggs is amazing. Got some good support receivers. Gabe Davis, Isaiah McKenzie, Jamison Crowder. Those guys are all good. Not really too familiar with Jake, but Khalil Shakir is at least fast. Like I said, I do kind of want to target that left guard a little bit. I want to see what we can kind of get done there. But regardless, yeah. it's definitely going to be a challenge. I feel like the Bills are like the boss battle for the Dolphins. But it's going to be what it's going to be. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.